Now let's turn to the US again. It's just over 8 months since the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore collapsed after being struck by a cargo ship. 6 people died and the port was closed, putting thousands out of work. Tonight, a BBC documentary will explore what went wrong and how bridges can be made safer. Our transport correspondent Sean Dali has the details.
Report all traffic on the Key Bridge. There's a ship approaching. It just lost their steering. C-13 dispatch. The whole bridge just fell down. The whole bridge just collapsed.
This is the moment the Baltimore skyline changed forever. In seconds, the colossal ship toppled the Francis Scott Key Bridge.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Got one out of the water.
Okay.
Leaving only one survivor and the loss of 6 lives.
Natural 1 to command.
As night turned to day, the extent of the damage became clear.
I remember speaking with the person who was running the operations from the Coast Guard, and I said, what is the probability that we're going to find someone alive at this point? And the answer that he gave was, Governor, my professional assessment is 0. There's a 0% chance.
A new BBC documentary has been given exclusive access to the $100 million operation to find those victims and clear the shipping channel. And it's seen new footage of the Dali the day before it struck the Key Bridge. Investigators say a power outage caused the Dali to lose control and hit the bridge. Their report found that it experienced 2 other blackouts the day before. This exclusive footage appears to show dense smoke from one of those blackouts. And this previously unseen angle shows the full extent of the bridge's progressive collapse. As well as the recovery, the salvage team would need to map the debris, free the ship and lift 45,000 tons of steel and concrete before they could fully reopen the port, with danger at every turn.
See the other side of that pendant, is it disconnected?
Yeah, it looks still connected to a beam, like a truss.
You turn left and you went underneath something, like you have to remember that that's where you have to come back out, otherwise you could become trapped. Everything that could make diving more difficult, it was on this job.
The mission led up to a dramatic but carefully sequenced controlled demolition, where precision explosives were placed into a series of holes cut into the wreckage to free the Dali.
We were telling people it wasn't going to be, as you see in the movies, a big explosion, but at the end of the day, it turned out to be a pretty big explosion.
As for the Dali, a number of lawsuits allege that poor maintenance and cost-cutting caused it to lose power and hit the bridge. Its owners reject these allegations, but if settled, the total insurance claims could be over £3 billion. 8 months on, and work will soon begin to replace the fallen bridge. Protective structures will be installed to prevent another disaster. Meeting notes seen by the BBC show that the Baltimore Harbour Safety Committee had wanted underwater bollards like these for years, though they were never installed. Safety experts stress that improving pier protection on existing bridges is an urgent priority.
We can't let our old bridges be sitting ducks. We can't just leave them unprotected, not just sitting and waiting and hoping that nothing happens.
A message that will resonate around the US